What's up, subscribers and subscribers to be? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new for the first time, thanks for watching. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about Apple stock and kind of where I see it going in the near future as well as long term. Before I begin explaining what I think is about to happen with Apple stock, I want to kind of give you guys a brief history to kind of explain my perspective. For starters, I do believe that Apple is a great company. They have several components inside of their company that makes them a great value, and I kind of just want to go through a few of those real quickly. The first is that they basically have a duopoly. They're one of two major competitors when it comes to cell phones and cellular app markets, with the other companies being Samsung and Google's Android. With the release of the new iPhone 11, as well as the upcoming 5G networks that many companies are preparing for, this, in my opinion, has pretty much already been priced into Apple stock, which is one of the reasons that it's gone up so much within the last year. If I'm not mistaken, it's went up about 91% in the last year. The next thing I like about Apple is their accessory companies, specifically their phone accessories. When you're looking at things like the Beats headphones, which are a leader in their market, and the Apple AirPods, which has also, for the most part, been a home run for the company. I've already mentioned that they're in a duopoly when it comes to cell phone companies and app stores, but Apple is also in a duopoly when it comes to music. When you look at newer streaming platforms, Apple and Spotify, for the most part, are the leaders. You can kind of include YouTube in that. Like I said, for the most part, it's a duopoly between Apple and Spotify. The last major reason that I'm personally liking Apple stock is because of Tim Cook. He's a great leader. He's done a lot of things. If you get a chance, go ahead and research Tim Cook. Being that Tim Cook is still around, that's another major reason for me to want to invest in the stock. Now that I've talked about some of the major reasons why I personally like the stock and why I think it went up in the past, I want to talk to you about some of the reasons that I think that it may go down in the near future. The main reason I see this stock going down in the near future is because of the coronavirus. Being that the coronavirus is heavily impacting China, I think it's also going to impact Apple. Apple relies on China pretty much more than any other company because it's where most of their phone parts are actually made. Some of the phones are actually put together here. Their central office is in California, but most of their products are actually made in China. With that being said, a lot of their production is going to be down this upcoming quarter because they don't actually have people who can actually produce the phones because of the outbreak. Many of the factories in China are shut down and many people are still afraid to go to work. So production for almost anything that's going on in China right now is kind of at a standstill or at least somewhat of a halt. The next reason I see the stock going down is also because of 5G and the iPhone 11. I just talked about those being some of the reasons that the stock has went up recently or that I like the stock. I kind of think the stock is also kind of overpriced for these reasons. With the iPhone 11 being kind of a new thing, slightly different from its predecessor, and 5G being new, and a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon to want to invest in that, I think a lot of investors have kind of placed a little bit too much into the stock. Not to say that it won't pan out in the years to come. Now I kind of want to explain to you guys what I see about to happen and kind of how I want to prepare for it. While explaining this, I'm going to be talking about stop loss sales and limit buys. So if you don't know what those are, take a few minutes to go watch my video on that and come back. Apple is currently trading around $320. That's right under its 52-week high of $328 and way above its 52-week low of $170. Typically when I'm trying to price a stock based off of its 52-week high and low, I'm going to try to find a number that's in between that. In this case, it's going to be $249. In the case of Apple, I do really like the company, and I do think that it will have room to go in the future. So instead of buying at the 50% mark, I'm going to start buying at a 75% mark. So my price target for Apple currently is $288. And if I could get Apple stock at this price, that would be completely great. It's currently at a PE of 25.66. In my opinion, that's kind of low. Even though this stock is overpriced, that's kind of low for a company that still has room to grow. So for the long term, I still do believe in this company. I just feel like due to the coronavirus and high expectations for 5G and the iPhone 11 during this time period, that the stock is going to go down some in the near future. With my current price goal being set around $249 to $288, with $288 being a 10% drop for the stock, this is kind of what I see happening. This isn't all that big, but it is kind of substantial for a stock such as Apple. So as I said, I'm going to start buying Apple stock at around $288. This is a 10% decrease in the price. So I'm expecting for the coronavirus to cause about a 10% hit on the stock. How likely do I think this is? It's probably about a 50% chance. But with that being said, this is what I plan to do if the stock does indeed go down. Apple stock is currently at about 320. I placed a stop loss at 10% of the 52-week high, which is about 297. So if Apple stocks begin to drop, I'll begin to sell at 297. I also have a limit buy at 288. So if those stocks begin to hit 288, which is my target price range, I'll begin to buy. As a matter of fact, I have limit buys between 288 and 249. So I'll be picking up stocks all in between. And if I notice that the market goes below that, I will continue the purchase. As I said earlier, I do think that the stock is only going to drop because of current high expectations on 5G and the coronavirus. So I do believe that once it drops, it will eventually pick back up. And being that it's Apple stock, once it drops, a lot of investors are going to want to get back in. So if it does come down to about 249 or that 250 price level, I think a lot of people are going to start to jump in on this stock, and that stock is going to go up rather quickly, probably between March and April, as long as there aren't any more coronavirus issues. So if my plan works out successfully, as the stock goes down, I'll cash out on some of my profits that I've already made over the past year. Also, from this 297 sell to this 288 buy, I'll also get rid of some of my stocks and buy them back at a cheaper price, leaving a little bit of extra money in my account to purchase other stocks. I'm going to try to purchase some of the stocks that you're going to see in my top stocks video for next month, so be on the lookout for that. And being that Apple is such a great company, once it starts to go back up, the stocks that I'm able to purchase as it goes down are going to increase in value. So with my plan, if Apple continues to go up, I'll just keep the stock that I currently have. Being that it's only a stop loss sale, I won't sell unless the stock begins to go down. And if the stock does go down, I have the potential to capitalize and make more money in the future as long as I hold on to the stock and ride out these short-term issues. With that being said, thank you guys for watching my video. If you have any comments, leave them down below. Also, if you're new to stocks and you're looking for a way to invest, there's a link for the Robinhood app down in the description. If you use my link, you'll get one free stock. Robinhood does not sponsor me. It's just an app that I really love using. Think of it as my gift to you for watching this full video. With that being said, thank you for you guys' time and have a great day.
How about the bag? Go get the money. Count that cash and back to the money. Put that on repeat. Go get the bag. Go get the bag. And now we coming. If you really about your money, put $1 in the air. If you really about your hustle, put $1 in the air. You ain't taking else for nothing. Put $1 in the air. You ain't got no hustle muscle. Get the fuck up out of here.